You keep doing the same thing in my house. You have to get out my house. I'm sorry, I don't know where you gonna go, but you can call your mama and ask her, can you come back?
You already know she don't want me with her, so why would you even?
I don't care. You keep doing the same thing. You keep doing the same thing. I send you to school, you ditch your school. You steady calling these little boys. I told
I don't
you.
even talk to nobody.
Look, I told.
What's up, y'all? My name is Fitz with FatherFlex.com. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this out to more people. Check out FatherFlex.com for premium apparel for fathers that want to stay healthy for their family. So I came across this video on Instagram and immediately I knew I had to react to it. So what we have right now is essentially this dad talking to his daughter, telling her she needs to get out the house. He's fed up with her. He's fed up with her. I'm going to let it play. And I'm going to give my reaction at the end. So I'm going to let it play through and give my reaction at the end. So let's see what he's saying.
You to stay away from these little boys. We're not going to keep doing this. I'm not going over this no more with you. You have to get your stuff and get out of my house. Yes, you have to figure it out. You got to figure it out. I'm tired. Call your mama right now. Call your mom. See, that's your problem. That's your problem right now. Your attitude. You're only 14 years old. Call your mama. Here, call your mama right now. You got to get out of my house. I'm done. You too grown. You're only 14 years old. You started doing the same thing. I found weed in your room.
That wasn't even mine.
Who weed was it?
You know my friend was over there.
That's the problem. You hanging out with these little fast little girls.
I told her not to bring the video.
No, you studying lying. That's your problem. You need to stop lying and go to school. All I asked you to do was go to school. I value everything you want. And you study crying for what? All you gotta do is do the right thing. But pack your stuff and get out of my house. You can leave now.
All right, y'all. There's a lot to unpack here. So we have essentially a 14-year-old girl who, by all accounts, based on what the father's saying, is being disrespectful. She's smoking weed. She ditching school. She likely, I don't know if she's sleeping around with boys yet, but based on what the father's saying, she fast. I'm gonna be honest. This doesn't seem like a situation, and let me know what you think in the comments about this. This doesn't seem like a situation where the father has been there her whole life. This does not seem like a situation where her dad has been there her whole life. I know he's there now, obviously, because he's talking to her, but honestly, this seems like a situation where maybe the daughter was with the mom and the daughter was getting a little out of control. She was texting these boys, and then the mothers come in and they say, hey, I need you to step up. I need you to be the disciplinarian. And then the dad was like, all right, bet, I got it. Send her over here. I'm going to get her straight. This doesn't seem like a situation where the dad has been there consistently laying down these rules since day one. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you notice her body language, let's look at her body language right now. Look at how her foot is moving. Let's see. Look at how her foot is moving. That's a non-verbal sign that she's nervous, she's stressed. You can tell by the way that she's looking. She won't even look at him. She's not used to being spoken to this way, and I don't think that she's used to a man's presence. Because if she was used to this and had grown up with this wouldn't be anything new for her. This seems like it's something new for her. And so one of the things that I always say is, as fathers, we have to be there from day one. And I don't know if he was or in what capacity, but it doesn't seem like he has been laying down these rules since day one. She would have been used to them. There would be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And he wouldn't be at the point to where he's kicking her out. All right. And we're going to get to that and my thoughts on that. But as a father, understand that one of the worst things you can do is come in at an age 14, especially with girls. Boys, there's different challenges, but with girls, if they haven't been getting that discipline, you coming in yelling at them, trying to be strict, trying to lay down the law, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because those things take time. Now, even like I have young children under 3, And even when I have to raise my voice or I have to get stern with them, they cry and they don't like it sometimes. Now, imagine you're not used to that and you're just getting it at 12, 13, 14 years old. You may not be used to it. And so that's what I want to say on that. It doesn't seem like he's been in her life from the get-go. That's my personal opinion. Now, moving on to whether I think it's appropriate for her to be kicked out the house. She's 14 years old. Should she be kicked out the house? Honestly, it doesn't seem like he wants to kick her out. It seems like this is the only option he feels like he has. And it seems like he's not even kicking her out on the street. He's saying, go live with your mom. Go live with your mom. And, on one hand, I can't blame him. Because as a man, we all have our level. We all have the limit. And we understand that we're not going to deal with a certain level of disrespect. And this is why I say, if he were in her life from the beginning, giving her these rules and discipline, she'd be used to it. So by this age, she'd already be going with the program, and this wouldn't even be a problem, most likely. But it seems like she has been missing out on this, and now she's at the point to where the father feels like he should still be able to come in and be like, do this, do that, and it should be smooth as butter. So what I will say is, on one hand, I get it. As a man, you don't want to be disrespected. You don't want your household disrespected. I'm with it. I do think that she's owed a little bit of grace, though, if I'm being real. I do think she's owed a little bit of grace, because if she was not receiving this discipline from the get-go, and if it hasn't been consistent, it would be like asking an 8th grader to do multiplication and algebra when you never taught them addition and subtraction. Right? So you can't skip over addition and subtraction and short multiplying and then just go straight into algebra. There's going to be some questions. There's going to be some frustration there. Like, you should know this already. And so as parents, we have to give our children grace, especially if they come from a broken home. And again, I'm not saying this is a broken home. This is just my observation. It doesn't seem like she's used to these rules. At one point, he accidentally tapped her leg and she said, don't touch me. You can tell she has an attitude. And a lot of that, I think, is built up anger and fear and not really understanding. Like, this is a 14-year-old girl. She, based on her picture, kind of looks a little older than she actually is. And she's probably getting a lot of attention from boys. And she's at this point to where maybe she didn't have those talks. Maybe she didn't have the role models growing up. And now she has a father figure in her life. And it's hard to adapt. Do I think he should put her out? No. I don't think he should put her out. I don't think he should send her back to her mom's. What I think in this situation, if this were me, I get it. I feel it. I'd probably be frustrated too. And I'd probably be yelling. I probably would be like, whatever. But what I would do in this situation is I would take a step back and I would give her a little grace on certain things that I normally wouldn't had she have been given these expectations from the beginning, right? I give her a little grace, work through it, and do as much as I could until she was 18. And at that point, I would let it go, because I would understand at this point, if I haven't been consistently there, there's going to be some humps that we have to get over. There's going to be some obstacles that, at this age we have to get over, and it's going to be uncomfortable for everyone, because she's being introduced to this discipline when it wasn't there. She's going between homes. She's with her mom where the rules may be this over here, and we don't know what type of men done been in and out of her life at her mom's house. Now she over here with dad, and dad laying down the law, and she needs time to adjust. I don't know how much time she's been given. I don't know the background situation, so there wasn't a lot of clarity in the video. But what I can say is this. If you put this girl out now, all she's going to be is a hoe. She's going to be a hoe. And not only that, she's probably going to bring some kids into this world. And you're not going to have a good relationship with her. You're not going to have a good relationship with her, with your grandkids. And you're going to spend years of your life trying to build a relationship with your daughter who has built up resentment for you because you put her out at the age of 14 because she was texting some boys and having problems listening. Listen, as a father, we have to take accountability and we have to look at the situation for what it is. She likely didn't have that discipline growing up. And we're at the point now to where we can't sit and say, you should know this, you should do this, you should do that. If that was the case and all you could do is show up at age 14 and go, there'd be a lot more men that were just showing up at age 14 and be like, all right, I got it from here. No, you have to have those things instilled at a young age, and there has to be a consistent presence. I can't see a dad who's been in this child's life since they were a baby trying to kick them out over some things like this. And I can't see a daughter who's been in their father's life consistently behaving the way that she's been behaving. These seem like they're strangers, right? They seem like, this is my daughter, this is my dad, I love them, but we're strangers. We're not used to each other. So, that's my thoughts on this situation. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know, would you put her out if she was doing these things? And why do you think she's doing these things? Is this, did she have, like, let's take the dad out of the situation. If you just heard about a girl at this age, 14 years old, that's smoking, ditching school, sleeping with boys or whatever, texting them all the time, would you think that she had a good father role model in her life? If you just heard the situation, would you think she had a strong father figure in her life? Let me know in the comment section. Tap into fatherflex.com. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next time.